Hi, in this video, we are going to discuss how to write Chapter 2, specifically the methods or the methodology. Right, so Chapter 2, ang word na Chapter 2, yung letter C, yung first letter na C, yun ang capitalized. And then, yung number 2 talaga, hindi yung Roman numerals. And then, caps lock or capitalized or uppercase ang word na method. So, and naka-bold silang dalawa, yung chapter 2 at saka yung method. So, may space, dapat yan, isang enter lang. And then, all parts in chapter 2 should be presented in paragraph form. So, meron dapat intro statement kung magsasabi sa reader kung anong nandyan sa method or sa chapter 2. So, example ng intro statement niya ito. So, ito yung sulat ng chapter 2 method. So, discussed in this chapter are the research steps and procedures employed in the study. It includes the research design, the research locale, the population and sample, the research instrument, the data collection procedures, the statistical tools used, in the ethical consideration. So, basically, ito yung mga parts ng chapter 2 or yung ng methodology. Okay? Ito yung mga parts ng method. So, yung first part is the research design. Ngayon, ang research design na gagamitin natin ay quantitative because we are dealing with quantitative research. So, that's quantitative research design. It is non-experimental because we're looking at correlational study. So, non-experimental research design using correlational techniques. Okay, so we have two variables here. Variable A and variable B, or variable 1 and variable 2. So, you can also include a little discussion on what a correlational research design is, or ano ba ibig sabihin ng non-experimental, and of course, with reference yan. Example. Research design, this is taken from my thesis. So, research design, ito yung research design nun. So, this research utilized the quantitative non-experimental research design, specifically correlational design. This research used a quantitative research design in the sense that the researcher employed measurement and observation to test the hypotheses. Iyan, kasi dalawa ang hypothesis ko nito. Okay, so sa inyo, isa lang, so I yan. So, the hypotheses by collecting data through surveys, which were analyzed through the use of statistical procedures. So, this is actually the definition. This part right here is taken from the definition of a quantitative research. So, ano ba yung pinagkaiba ng quantitative research sa qualitative research? So, ito yun okay? Ito yun. Employing measurement and observation, merong hypothesis, and gumamit ng survey. Tapos, we analyzed using statistical tools or statistical procedures. But this one, may source ako kung saan ko ito nakuha. And that's from Creswell 2009. So, but then again, you have to rephrase it. Okay? It's as if it's you, the authors, the researchers who are telling it. So, parang nang-in-explain nyo, bakit quantitative research ang gamit nyo? Bakit na-identify nyo as quantitative research? So, this research design was suitable for this study since its objective was to ascertain the influence of school climate on the students' mathematical dispositions. Dito naman nagkaiba tayo kasi correlation, purely correlation lang ang gagawin ninyo. So, the research design, the quantitative research design is still suitable for your study because the main objective of your study is to ascertain the relationship of your first variable and your second variable. So, in addition, it was non-experimental in the sense that the variables in the study, school climate and mathematical disposition of grade 10 students, were examined in their natural settings. Thus, they were not manipulated nor changed. So, ito namang yung pinaka hinahanap natin about your research design. So, it is non-experimental kasi wala tayong manipulate na variable. Wala tayong change na variable. Okay, so ito yon. And this was taken from Belly 2008. Okay? So, sa inyo, as a reference, pwede kayong gumamit ng yung book ninyo in research. That is a grade 11 if you still have that book. Or sa internet, maghanap kayo ng yung magbibigay source na wherein you can find there the definition of a quantitative research design and yung non-experimental research design. Pwede nyo rin i-search itong si Creswell at saka si Belly. Alright? Furthermore, correlational design was used to describe, explore, and explain the degree and strength of relationship between school climate and mathematical dispositions of students. Okay? In general, this study has independent and dependent variable. Dito tayo nagkaiba, having independent and dependent variable, because this study right here is focused on the influence, finding the influence of one variable onto the other variable. Pero sa inyo, it's plain correlation. So, your study doesn't have independent and dependent variables. But you can mention here that your study has two variables, variable 1 and variable 2, or variable A and variable B. So, correlation technique was utilized in such a way that the effect of the independent variable was observed on the dependent variable without manipulating the independent variable. So, you can state here that correlational technique was utilized in such a way that the relationships of the two variables were observed without manipulating any of the variables. Okay? So, another example of research design is here. This is taken from Sumampong et al. 2019. So, the study used a quantitative non-experimental research design, particularly using a correlational technique. You can go ahead and pause this video and read through the example. The next part of Chapter 2 is the research locale. So, in the research locale, it answers the question, where or what is the location of your study? Saan mo kinandak yung study mo? So, here you can briefly describe the location of your study with reference to figures 2 and 3. Okay? Or actually, figure 2 lang ito. Walang S yan. So, figure 2. Ang figure 2, di ba remember, you have figure 1 in chapter 1, and that's your conceptual framework. While here in chapter 2, you have figure 2, and that's the map of the location of your study. So, it will show the map of Mindanao or the map of Philippines, highlighting the province, or highlighting, because we are in Davao City, it's going to highlight Davao City, where this is conducted, and you can mention the provinces that serve as the boundaries for boundaries and municipalities that the province is composed of. Okay, you can also give brief description of the municipality or the city by stating its boundaries and how many barangays, school districts, and other information that relate to your study. And finally, sa last part, you have to state when, kailan, when will the study be conducted, or it's as if tapos na. So, kailan na-conduct ang study. So, you have to mention here the month and the school year. So, example nito, ito siya. So, maliit lang, konti lang. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 paragraphs. Research locale. The study was conducted in Davao City, Philippines, particularly in a private secondary school in Barangay Ilang. Remember, you cannot mention the name of the school here for data privacy. Yan. So, the participants of the study were the senior high school students of a particular private secondary school located in Barangay Ilang. The map shown in figure 2 is the country of the Philippines, region, and specific location of where the study was conducted. You can actually add here more description of the location, kung ilang barangay meron sa Davao City, kung saang district na belong yung Barangay Ilang, and what are the other barangays or the boundary from Barangay Ilang, boundary ng or or neighboring barangay ng Barangay Ilang. So, you can describe that. You can add that here. And lastly, the study was conducted from November 2019 to March 2020. Sa inyo, so it is expected na kailan ba ika-conduct yung study ninyo. So, let's say, yeah, ganun din. November to, you can use March 2021. Okay, November 2020 to March 2021. Alright. So, the next, next ng research local ay population and sample. Medyo kukonti lang yan. Kaya diretso kaagad sa population and sample. Pero, take note, meron pa tayong figure 2. Okay? So, kahit kukonti lang ito, hindi nyo ilalagay dito ang figure 2. It should be a separate page. One whole page ang figure 2. So, since dito sa page 20 na mention si figure 2, expected na sa page 21, andun na si figure 2. Okay? And so, this will be the next page wherein you can find your figure 2. So, you have here the map of the Philippines sa taas. It's divided into 2. Map of the Philippines sa taas. Ayan. And sa baba, the map of parang Davao City. So, andyan na yung saan na location, yung barangay. And then, you have here a line. Yung arrow niya, nagpo-point dun sa location, sa municipality or sa city kung saan kinandak yung study. Okay? So, andito, patungo doon ha, the arrowhead is heading towards the city, dun sa taas. Okay? And, huwag kalimutan maglagay dito ng figure to label ng figure. So, you have there figure 2, naka-italics yan with period. And then, what is that? So, Philippine map showing the location of Barangay Ilang in Davao City. So, ganon. Right. So, dito muna tayo. And then, we are going to discuss population and sample on my next video.